Shaboom! Shaboom! What's up, everybody? This is the Beast, and you're watching Primal Rage with your host. Oh, man. It's going to be a crazy video for you today. But before we get into that, make sure you hit that subscribe button and don't miss any more reviews. We're going to review the new Spider-Man No Way Home trailer. But before we get into that, I'm just going to be right up front with everybody right now. We're going to talk about Shang-Chi real quick. I'm going to shit all over this. So if you like Shang-Chi and, and the movie possibly, it's coming out and you feel like it's going to be big and you don't want nobody talking bad stuff about Shang-Chi, probably just turn away from it right now because I'm going to be all over it. So, of course you know that Simon Liu went after Bob Chapek on his comments about Shang-Chi, which the movie I think is coming out next Friday. And I find it kind of bizarre that there's really not much advertisement going on for it. In fact, we got the Spider-Man trailer all over the place now. And that, I'm not going to, no, I almost let the cat out of the bag. Almost let the spider out of the bag. But he slammed Bob Chapek's comments about experimenting with the Shang-Chi movie as they're going to let it run in theaters first for like 45 days. And, Simu Liu, we'll call him Simu, isn't very happy with the comment because he thinks that this movie's going to be more than what it is, and I beg to differ. So there he is. I don't know him either. But he says, we're not an experiment. We're the underdog. We're the underestimated. We are the ceiling breakers. We are the celebration of culture and joy that will persevere after an embattled year. We are the surprise. He says, I am fired to F up to make history on September 3rd. Join us. See, this is why I'm going to shit all over Shang-Chi right now. That's why I'm gonna shit. Really? Gonna make history, huh, Simu? Gonna make history, huh? We are the surprise. Yeah, you know what? I'm surprised at how many toys of Shang-Chi are on fucking clearance. We are the underdog? No, you are the clearance. You are the peg warmers. You're going to be legendary on the landfill. Yes, along with the upcoming, the Eternals garbage that Hasbro is probably going to make. You know they're going to make it, people. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Look at all these stupid ass toys. Yeah, where are we at here? Look at that. All in fucking clearance. Look at that shit. 50% off. No, Simu. You're 50% off already. And your movie's not even out yet. That's not a good sign, people. That is what we here in America, Simu, call a bad omen. Yes. So he's talking a whole bunch of shit like this movie's going to be fucking epic. Oh, yeah. He says, this is by CBR.com. He said, promises Shang-Chi is going to change the world. Really? Really? Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, Simu says, Marvel Cinematic Universe film is truly going to change the world. Really? How so, Simu? How so? Because this is going to be a kung fu movie that has the Marvel stamp to it. I hate to break this to you. It's not going to change the world. You want to talk now? The character, supposedly, people, is going to be about a Chinese dude, kung fu martial artist, that brings this art and kung fu to New York City, where he does some kung fu shit. Right? Because we never had that done before, have we? No, Simu, you're not going to change the world with your fucking movie. A man did it way before you had, almost like 50, 60 years ago. And that man's name is Bruce Lee. He did that in real life. He changed the world. He changed movies forever. We had Wild West movies and shit. We had Lost in Space. This guy comes over bringing kung fu and martial arts, teaching it to Westerners, man. We got fucking Chuck Norris. He changed everything. This guy was the underdog. This guy was the change. But no. Shang-Chi's going to do it, people. Yeah, he's going to shatter the glass. No, Bruce Lee shattered that glass. I mean, if you look, now the first MCU people, if we look at, say, Iron Man, okay, which would be, I guess, to where they're figuring that Shang-Chi is going to launch, not the Black Widow movie, but more like the Shang-Chi movie is going to launch Phase 4 into the stars. I'm thinking it's going to launch it right into the landfill. But see, Bruce Lee, all the martial arts films, we have so many kung fu movies, okay? And Shang-Chi, The Legend of the Ten Rings, fucking Bruce Lee ripoff from Marvel, it's just another kung fu movie. And it's one that not even China wants. So I don't want to hear anybody out there like, Beast, you sound a little racist here. Like, you hate Simon Liu and you hate kung fu movies. Little Asian hate. Not really. China don't want it either. And no, not really, because me and my dad watched hundreds of fucking kung fu theater movies. I watched all the Bruce Lee movies. I got most of them on DVD. All the Jackie Chan movies, even before he was his own, starring in his own movies. So, highly unlikely. And I've watched so many Asian-inspired movies. So, if you look at Iron Man, how many live-action Iron Man movies did we have before Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man? I don't recall any. I don't think we had any probably a lot of animated movies, but we're not talking about that. We're not talking about the comic books. We're talking about the live action movies. But when you look at Shang-Chi, it's like nobody cares. Nobody fucking cares about another kung fu movie. And you know what? You're going to shatter what you're shattering right now. You're shattering the fucking record for the biggest toy collection to sit around on the pegs for clearance. Hey, Simu, question. Guess what comes after the pegs and the clearance? That's right. You're gonna shatter a lot of glass in the dumpster, in the landfill. That's where your toys are fucking headed. They might even be there before your movie hits. Not a good deal. Not good. Not good there, Simu. Oh shit. Oh yeah. So he goes. He's on Spoke to Variety, and he's asked about his response to Disney. Bob Chapek calling the release strategy for the movie an interesting experiment, because that's basically what it is. See, the pandemic, this phony pandemic, kind of shifted everything and unstable the balance in the movie industry. So now it's like film companies are trying to they're looking for somebody to step up and take chances with a big budget movie to push it out there in just theaters and not try to hit theaters and streaming. So yeah, it's what it is. It's an experiment. It says, he goes, I just want people to know how fired up I am for this movie. I mean, it's been tough time for everybody. I can agree with that. And I think sometimes it's important to get messaging through that it's emotional and raw, And it shows the world just how I and we all believe in this movie and how incredible it's going to be. Well, China doesn't really think so. And what we don't need is another fucking Kung Fu movie. I think, honestly, people, that Kung Fu movies are just out of style now. I mean, not so far out of style that it's not good to, when you're bored on a day or you want to see something, bring back a little of the past, break out them old Kung Fu movies. But it's like, this Americanized Kung Fu movie, and this isn't about being the underdog. No, this is about pandering to China. There's the only reason why they made this. It's like, let's see, what Asian representations do we have in Marvel Comics? They're paging through stacks of comics. So, hey, here's Master Kung Fu. Ooh. So now we got an all-star Asian cast, directed by an Asian woman with little to no experience. Total dumpster fire. I mean, it isn't like they're copying the fight scenes from a Jackie Chan movie, right? So there's this scene, I think it's either in the trailer, it's going to be in the movie, where Shang-Chi rips off his jacket and twirls it around a knife-wielding bad guy and flips him. This is where he got the idea from Jackie Chan's movie. So we're going to see a lot of unoriginality in Shang-Chi. In all honesty, who the fuck cares about Shang-Chi? When you got big titles like Wolverine and X-Men and the Fantastic Four, you're going to give us Eternals and Shang-Chi? You got to do better than that, Disney. You got to do better than that. Looks like Sony decided to step it up with their new trailer just released. Spider-Man No Way Home. Now, I have watched this trailer like 3 times. And I got to admit, of everything I've seen so far coming up, this is probably the one that I'm kind of the most excited for. Now, I'm not going to get my hopes up. It's gonna take a long time to get my trust into movies. But here we have, and the trailer starts out, is that how Far From Home ended with Peter Parker's identity being blown open to the world, to the public, and now the cops are chasing him for the murder of Mysterio. And so now he's kind of on the run. Everybody knows who he is. So his whole world is kind of upended. So he goes to Doctor Strange, which I don't know why in his building, the inner sanctum, it's covered in snow or something. And he wants Doctor Strange to use his powers to bend reality so nobody remembers that he's Spider-Man. But the spell, as Doctor Strange warns Peter, is that everybody is not going to know who you are. But it's like he starts talking as Doctor Strange whips up this spell. So from all of that, it tosses Strange and Spider-Man into a multiverse, which I think is going to be the whole premise for Phase 4. It's going to be all kinds of reality shit going on. So, I mean, that's a guess. So they're thrown into different realities. And one of the realities for Spider-Man is that we see Alfred Molina, Dr. Octopus. We see the mask, but we hear William Dafoe's Green Goblin. That got my attention right there. It doesn't show in the official trailer any of the Spider-Mans, which, really, do we need Zach Garfield? Sony, why'd you do that? They just go from Tobey and go to Tom Holland. Like, look, I like Tom Holland's Spider-Man. I don't like the Spider-Man world that Tom Holland's Spider-Man is in. I don't like that world. So, my favorite Spider-Man, and I'm sure a lot of you will agree, is Tobey Maguire. That is my Spider-Man. That is the beginning, for me, in my opinion, the MCU for Spider-Man. But it doesn't show if these two Spider guys are going to be in it. So I hope they kind of keep it. I hope they are, but I hope they kind of keep it a surprise and don't let it out. But with today's social media and everything, it's going to be kind of hard to keep out a secret. But as long as the actors and the directors keep their mouths shut, as long as they don't go out there like, well, Spider-Man in this one's going to be binary X, his pronoun, he's going to be using pronoun, I'm not going to watch the movie. If they're going to market this movie the way that Shang-Chi actor is marketing his movie with all this Asian pandering bullshit, I'm not going to watch it. But for the trailer, for the Spider-Man trailer, I'm going to give it an A. Not an A+, I'm going to give it an A. And for today's trailers, for today's movie trailers, that's pretty damn big. That's pretty huge for me to do that. But we'll see. Doesn't guarantee this movie's going to be any good. I still got my reservations on it. But to have Dr. Octopus and Green Goblin in here, pretty good. Pretty good. Anyway, people, have you seen the trailer? Let me know your comments. Let me know what you think about the Spider-Man trailer. No Way Home. You think it's going to be a good hit for Sony? I think, personally, if they keep the politics out of it, or to the bare minimum, I think it's going to shit all over Shang-Chi and the Eternals without a problem. You're bringing back some of the best Spider-Man villains from the best Spider-Man movies. And that's huge. That's a big plus. Will we see Venom in it? I don't know. Will we see Sandman? I don't know. And if we do see Venom, is it going to be the cool Tom Hardy one or the stupid 70s show actor Venom? We don't know. A lot of unanswered questions. But I hope Sony can keep the secrets. I hope they keep the politics to a bare minimum or no politics into it, because I think they're onto something with this. And we need something good with Marvel on it. And so far we haven't gotten it. But anyway, that's the video. Let me know what you think. Hit that share button. Make sure other people know. Get this video out. And don't be a stranger. Hit the subscribe button and be safe out there. Whoa!